Welcome to UFC Connected. In 2018, women's flyweight champion Valentina Shevchenko was joined in the UFC by her sister Antonina, and they became the first female siblings to fight in the UFC. Both are lifelong martial artists who've traveled the world together to train and compete. In recent years, the sisters have based their camps at Thailand's Tiger Muay Thai Gym, which is where we head now for Fighter Focus.
With my sister, we are training every time together. We are traveling every time together. We train together, we live together, we competed together all these years, since we were little girls. My goal was always to be in martial arts. In Muay Thai, I became world champion in 2003. Year by year, you have different goals. My next goal was UFC.
All our fight history, we was competing in Muay Thai, same promotion, and then I was fighting in UFC.
Oh, wheel kick, timing of Shevchenko really shining in this fight. She showed why she is a 17-time kickboxing champion.
For me to not have her in the same promotion where I fight, this was a rare feeling. When she fought in Dana White Contender Series, I was so nervous.
There is her sister, the Shevchenko sisters.
And they could both be UFC fighters by the end of the night.
It's some kind of very important step in her life. I knew that she has to do it so good that Dana White said, oh yes, I have to have her, I have to have these two sisters in UFC.
Oh, big right from Shevchenko.
That was a beautiful jab. Beautiful Thai clinch here.
He says he needs to work and he stops it.
When I saw she made a TKO knockout, I was like, yes.
It looks like there's going to be two Shevchenkos in the UFC now.
Antonina, you have now made history. You and your sister Valentina are now the first sisters to fight together in the UFC.
I'm so proud of us, Muay Thai sisters, Shevchenko sisters.
It's very important for me to have her by my side. In difficult moments and in moments of joy.
Antonina La Pantera Shevchenko!
It's very special. We're just very happy.
"10 years we'll coming back and forth to Thailand, and last 6 years Tiger Muay Thai became our home gym where we are preparing for our fights, where we're training.
We are World Muay Thai champions, and that's why we spend time here in Thailand. We like very much to be in Thailand, to be here in Tiger Muay Thai.
Tiger Muay Thai is one of the biggest gym, not only in Phuket, not only in Thailand, but in all Asia. It's so good atmosphere between everyone. It's just like one big tiger family.
Stop. Good.
We always knew that martial arts is our way. Martial arts is our lifestyle. From very little girls, we trained, we traveled, and that was how we lived. Doesn't matter what place, we always travel and train.
It's our lifestyle to travel, to train, to do our life as we are doing, not staying on one place, just doing nothing, just watching TV and eat. And it's very beautiful because you have opportunity to see different countries, to see different people, to meet different cultures, and knowing more, you develop yourself like a person. Traveling in Thailand to see different places, different islands, different cities. Every time it's interesting because it's totally different culture.
Asian culture, it's totally different. And to know just a little bit more from the people, how they're living, because they're living totally different life. The most beautiful feeling that you can get in Thailand, it's you can feel you free. It's like, you know how it's called here in Thailand, to feel sabai. You don't have somebody closer than your sister, and I have my sister as my best friend. Having her in my life is just very important.
You know, only one thing that I told every time to my mom, to our mom, that why just one sister? I wish to have like a whole house of sisters, and then we could create our like team, and we could like compete in different weight classes. But we are just two.
You're watching UFC Connected. English UFC fighter turned commentator Dan Hardy is one of the most popular personalities in the UFC. In his new role, Fight Week is now a completely different experience, especially when the Octagon returns to the UK. We rode along with the Outlaw to get an all-access look at his hectic Fight Week schedule for UFC London.
First day of Fight Week, UFC London, obviously it's a special one. I always love these events. We're just at the Old Hall for the open workouts. We've got a crowd going around the corner. You know what I am, I live for UFC, I live for mixed martial arts, and it's UFC London, so I'm all go this week, I love it.
No worries, no worries. Nice to see you, man. Mike's gonna his pants.
The buzz in London's already amazing. Social media is going crazy. Yeah, get all these people in and get some fighters out, I'm excited. Are you ready to make some noise? Darren Till, ladies and gentlemen! I always love the open workouts. I like showing off, you know, I like that. I like the parade, the atmosphere. I feed off it. You good? What do you want to do? You want to move around? You want to chat? What do you want to do?
I'm going to show some self-defense techniques to the fans.
Perfect. I'll intro you now. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for one half of your main event. Game win, Jorge Masvidal.
There's a lot of players in England, you know, somebody wants to run up on you. I'll teach you some quick real quick. Questions on the self-defense, you know, just let me know.
I'll go one.
Just raise your hand. Who got one?
What do you do about hair grabs?
Hair grabs suck, man. I don't do that shit.
Never seen any self-defense at an open workout before, but I would expect nothing less for someone like Masvidal. He's not going to give anything away in this fight, you know. That's job done, that's the first day of Fight Week wrapped. I'm going to get some sleep. Friday morning, official weigh-in, so they've got the 2-hour window. They're coming down now, and we're going to get them on the scales and see where they're at. Next fight to the scale, one half of your main event, Jorge Masvidal.
Tease having those pastries sitting there for the guys on the stage, and I mean, those pastries, they just sit.
I had to obviously did a security check on them.
Yeah.
They were fine.
You licked every one of them, have you? So they're all good.
Yeah.
Next fight to the scale, one half of your main event, Darren Till.
$171.
So the Q&A now, we've got Joanne Calderwood and Ben Askren. Yeah, about 30 minutes of Q&A, then we'll get them off the stage, and then weigh-in starts, 30 minutes, we're rolling. Let's go! Joanne Calderwood and Ben Askren! Would you like to fight anyone other than Darren Till?
Yeah. No, that's probably who I want to fight.
He's come for the winner of the main event. I think we've all realised that. Like, he wouldn't have made the trip over if he didn't want the winner of the main event.
He's here to cause problems, to make some noise. That's what Funky Bastard does.
Hey. That's it, lad.
Gorilla's in the house. Gorilla's in the house.
That's who I came for.
Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for our guest fighters.
Quite the hearts of proud.
Gabriel Jorge Masvidal! 171 for Jorge Masvidal! And his opponent in the red corner, Darren the Gorilla Till! Another job done, no rest for the wicked. Keep rolling straight through. I'm heading out to Polaris now and be judging. Polaris professional grappling tournament, doing a little bit of judging. Different scene for tonight, it's quite nice. There's a lot of guys coming through here that have been competing in the UFC before. You've got guys like Wagner Hosha, you've got Jake Shields. Professional grappling is a lot of fun. Some of the matches we've had here tonight, really fun. Amazing. I'm going to watch that back a few times. I'll learn from that. Another great day. Weigh-in day's over. Polaris is over. It's only 11:30. There's still a couple of more hours for research. I'll see you tomorrow at the fights. Fight day. I get to the arena early. I'm restless. I want to be in the venue, ready to go. Move around in the octagon a little bit and get a feel for the space. It's a good way to get my mind switched on for the commentary, and then I'll be good to go. Ready for broadcast at 5 o'clock.
Cheers, love you.
Bruce Buffer in the house.
Hey, looking sharp. Oh, thank you, Dad, thank you.
Grab your notes, Polly.
It's just an empty book.
It's all a ruse. Strangely believable.
Hold on, let me get my notes.
Strangely believable.
I've got to be on air in 2 minutes.
Find out enemies.
Yeah, different kind of walkout this. Not quite as nerve-wracking, but certainly a lot more to remember.
For the 20th time in the history of the UFC, the Octagon touches down in England for a fantastic anniversary fight card.
They're trying to get him to catch Gunnar Nelson as he's coming in. Oh! Gunnar goes down! Leon Edwards is pouring on the pressure! I am feeling this right now. This is a dream matchup for me. Darren Till, the rising star. Masvidal, one of the veterans of the game. Oh! First left hand landed by Darren Till, puts Masvidal on the canvas. Good scramble here from Masvidal, getting back to his feet, but he's not out of pressure. Big smile on his face. Good start from Darren Till. Oh! 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 What a finish for Jorge Masvidal! Wow! Unbelievable! What an amazing week. It's the same as always with fight weeks, especially London. It's just up and down, it's emotions, I'm trying to get my adrenaline under control. And then we have a night of fights like that. Masvidal just showing what a veteran can do. Beautiful performance and really upsets the apple cart. But that's why we love the sport, right? I won't be anywhere else. I'm gonna continue with this for as long as I'm breathing. I'll see you next time.
Joining me now is the first ever English woman to win in the UFC. She embodies the Scouse spirit. Meatball Molly McCann. How are you?
I'm not bad, thanks, Layla. How are you?
Good, good. Yeah. Awesome to have you here. We're going to get to that win in a moment.
Yep.
But we thought we'd start with your debut.
OK.
On home turf, Liverpool's Echo Arena, where you won the Cage Warriors belt merely a few months before. What was the spirit like leading up to that fight in Liverpool?
I think I was riding the crest of a wave where I just won the world title probably about 2 months prior. I just felt like invincible and felt like I was really owed the shot at getting into the UFC, and I think when we got there, so much more was required than what I was used to. And I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. I was like the queen of the city for the weekend, and it was unreal.
The first big crowd pop of the night is for one of their own. Liverpool's Molly McCann making her UFC debut.
I was told, when you walk out, Molly, take it all in, because this may never happen again. It may never come back to Liverpool. So it's the first time I've walked out for a fight and just looked around and just took all the energy in. It was like I was a spectator when I was there that time, do you know what I mean? I was like, oh, I can't believe me, I can't believe I'm doing this. And then
a fan, too.
A fan, that's it, yeah. And then it was go time.
McCann being very candid, saying if they go to the ground, she is not where she wants to be there yet. Oh, big swing with a right and a left.
Beautiful scramble there from Gillian Robertson to secure a takedown.
I don't know, I said I'd always go out on my shield, and the only way you'll ever beat me is by putting me asleep, and that kind of happened.
Look out, tight squeeze from Robertson there, tight squeeze.
That looks sunk. Molly McCann's trying to scramble to one
McCann did not
side.
want to tap.
She's out, she's out, she's out!
And that is it.
And that moment, I just remember crying to my coach, Paul, and I was just saying, I am so sorry, I'm so sorry. I was like ashamed of myself, I was embarrassed. I never thought I'd never do it again, but there was a point where I thought, am I cut out for this? Because I've got to the pinnacle of the sport, but I haven't even started climbing the ladder yet. But all in all, it was a short notice fight, which I just weren't the best version of myself on the night.
You smartly took some time out, but then you walked straight back into Next Gen Gym, and your first day back, you had a conversation with your coach.
Yeah, so they was kind of like, what went wrong and how do we rectify that? And the things that went wrong was we just didn't have enough time to get the weight off, and I got too heavy. That was noticed, and so was my grappling. To grow, you've got to be out of your comfort zone, and I think I've got to get better, So I started entering competitions, and I was winning the competitions by submission, and I just thought that was really a rubbish day at the office for me, and that's all it was. Gillian Robertson executed her game plan and I didn't, and I wasn't prepared. And now if we run that back, 10 times out of 10, I'm beating her.
So then you get matched up with Brazilian Priscila Cachoeira, the zombie girl. Fight week for London, how different was that to the fight week for your debut?
I knew how to deal with it this time. Like, from the second we left Liverpool Lime Street and got to the hotel, it was just smooth. And I think that's all down to not cutting weight. I wasn't stressed. I didn't have tickets to sell. I didn't have to be dragged around everywhere to make it happen. It was like, turn up, run through your itinerary, weigh in. When I've come out with my England flag, it's just gone off its head. And I just jumped on the scales, ripped my top off, and everyone's screaming. I just lost my head, and I just ran into her face, and the crowd was going wild, and I just pointed at the crowd. I went, this is my house, these are here for me. And then she's speaking back at me in Portuguese, and I'm going, oh, whatever, love, whatever, love. This is my time!
But you did the exact same thing in the octagon when that door shut.
Yeah.
You said, listen.
I said, listen, this is for me. It's like, come on, this is London. They are all screaming for me, yeah. And when I started hearing the Molly, 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 and it was coming from there and then there and then there, I just thought, no, this is going off. Yes! Yes! The game plan was to take her down and to submit her.
To prove a point?
To prove the point.
Nice takedown. She's gonna have to look for an armbar.
When I nearly got that armbar, her elbow was hyperextended, and I just felt like the muscle detaching off her arm. I was going to Rich Mitchell, like, it snapped, and he's like, carry on. And she's like, ah, and I'm like, all right. When it went on, I transitioned quickly to side control, and then I mounted, and it's the first time I've ever landed ground and pound in a fight in my life, Layla, so I was like, this is a nice place to be.
Yeah.
I just grabbed her face and then, like, started elbowing it, and then at the end of the round, I put both hands on her face. I went, you're and then went off to the... I was just walking around like, yes. And at that moment, I thought, there's nothing she's going to bring that I can't deal with.
Oh, big punches from McCann. Oh!
Spinning back fist. We're just seeing a more diverse striking range from McCann than we are from Cachoeira right now.
So I've looked to the crowd for the last round. I'm trying to G everyone up. I was like, let's go for it here. Next thing you know, I threw a half-arsed kick, and she's just come over with some big overhand, and I just felt crack. I couldn't see nothing.
Oh, we see
there's a big injury to the left eye of Molly McCann.
Yeah, her eye is entirely closed.
It was like 4 minutes, 40 seconds, and I knew I had to try and carry on with one eye.
I think it's almost safe to say that she's probably got a fracture in that.
There we are, stopping.
Man.
Rich has gone medic, and I've just looked at this ref. I was like, Rich, please don't do this to me, don't do this to me. Not with what I've been through. And then Chris Lamb comes in, and he's just opened my eye. He said, can you see me? I said, yeah, I can see you. He went, go on then. And I was like, yes. So then I looked at the crowd, and I was like, this girl's getting it.
Oh, good call by the doctor. He's going to allow this one to continue.
She can still see the cameras. She can still see the camera.
He's talking to you good people back home. No way is she being pulled out of this contest.
I must have landed about 2 or 3 backhands, and I just like evade overhand and run away, and I just hit the clappers for the last 10. And as I'm running away, I just give her one of them. I go, you couldn't even finish me with one eye. We'd made a laughing joke, like, on Cage Warriors, I could never climb the fence well. I'd like nearly fall off, and I had no like spring in my step, and this time it was like...
And McCann leaps out of the octagon to her coach, Paul Rimmer.
You are the first English female fighter to win in the octagon.
How about that? Hey, you know me, you know what I'm about. I'm from the hardest city in the world. Come on!
From an 11-year-old girl, the day I walked into a martial arts dojo, I always knew I was destined for some kind of greatness, and that moment was my defining moment up to this point. Like, the world title was great, getting signed to the UFC was great, and all of the little achievements was great, but no one's taken this away from me. It's like I'm in the record books now. I don't feel like a world title shot is out of the equation for me, even though I lost the UFC debut. I really think I'll get there, and I'll get there quick, and as long as each performance I keep getting better and stepping up, how can you beat me? Like, all right, try and take me down now, try and submit me now, it's not happening.
Well, Molly, congratulations on that incredible win and making the history books. Thank you so much for talking to us. I'm afraid that's all we've got time for. You've been watching UFC Connected, and you can continue the conversation online using the hashtag UFC Connected. We'll see you next time.